Hey there, welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're back here on day 23 of our series, which is those great bands with two or more lead vocalists. In the case of today, I've chosen, well, before I get gung-ho and start throwing bands at you and you don't even know what's going on, basically this show is a series of episodes about those bands that have those one or two or sometimes as many as three vocalists who've contributed in a large aspect to the band's history and have made them thought of as multi-vocalist bands who've got some great singing. Maybe one guy's more dominant than the other, but maybe the other guy only does two or three, or maybe the two other guys only do two or three songs here and there. Or you might get a band, and we've had a couple of them, where everybody's singing, everybody's splitting the singing duties. It's not the case in today's things, but you got three guys on this album who do sing, or not on this album, but with this group who do sing. Two of them more predominant than the other one. The other one, I actually don't think he sung anything in a long time, but the other two basically used to do most of the singing for the band when they were well known anyways. Actually, I don't know why I grabbed this album, but I did. I think it's because I like the cover. Pink Floyd. Yep, and look at that. I think I forgot to put the lettering right. Did I get it wrong? I did. I think it's backwards. Is it backwards? No, it's fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm dyslexic when the eyesight comes. Anyways, so two singers on this primarily, with Richard Wright doing some singing on occasional songs here and there in their earlier catalog, not so much later on, but his voice is pretty middle of the road, nothing fantastic, but still not a bad singer at all. The other two sound to me very similar. I think David Gilmour has the more iconic voice, has the more Floyd sounding voice, but definitely Roger Waters is a strong singer with this band too. A lot of the good bigger tracks he's done as well, and both of them, just both of them adding such an element to such a wonderful band. When I was younger, I used to think Pink Floyd, yeah, whatever, it's just a band that makes a lot of racket and lots of strange noises, so why does anybody even care about them? They can't even play their instruments. That was my argument all the time. The truth of the matter is that these guys are exceptional music writers, well, at least Roger Waters is, and exceptional musicians, all of them, I think. The music is amongst the best out there, I think. Amongst the best, at least progressive rock out there anyways. One of the most popular bands in history as well. I think it might be better from this side. Not sure. So, you got David Gilmour. Like I said, he did a lot of the singing in the band. He has that more, to me, it's more Pink Floyd sounding voice. I don't even know how to describe it. It's a very iconic voice. Roger Waters, not totally dissimilar in his sound of his voice. Fairly similar, but I think he doesn't have as much of that deep sound to his voice. Excuse me, as David Gilmour does. And I'm like most Pink Floyd fans at this point in history. I would die for them to get back together and do one more album, even without Richard Wright. Just having Roger Waters, David Gilmour, and Nick Mason do one more iconic Pink Floyd album would be just absolutely wonderful, but I don't ever actually see that happening. There are some bands like this in history that you just never going to see them again. And if they hate each other that much, why would you force them back into a room with each other? I wouldn't want to do it myself, so I can't really expect somebody else to want to do it either. So this is one of the most iconic bands in history, and two of the great vocalists in progressive rock, and just so distinguishable voices. I like them both. I like both their voices. I don't like the infighting that goes on with them, but and I think one of them's a little on the crazy side, but that's okay. It seems to be a problem with this band over its history. And anyways, great vocals, two or more vocals for those great bands with two or more vocals. This band had to be on it, and they're day 23. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. It's on the side there. And we'll be back again on day 22 with another band. So take care and have yourself a good evening.